Hello there. Welcome. Welcome everyone to the stream. Crips, welcome. Thank you for the daily prayers. It will eventually make my cough go away, I swear. Pete, hydration, thank you. How are you? Welcome. Bom dia, Portuguese for good morning. I definitely butchered that pronunciation, but thank you. Also, sexy hydration. There it is. How are we all doing? How are we all feeling? You want me hitting you up with a Portuguese greeting? I was studying a decent bit earlier this morning. No problem with that at all. If there's no translation, I'll just be like, look, I don't know. But if there is a translation, see, you've been one-upped? What do you mean, Pete? Oh, with the you did the hydration and then glared the sexy hydration immediately after. Yeah. Oh, hydration, you reckon? Well, let's make it sexy. Yeah. Great start. Great start. How's everyone feeling? All good? All ready for some city skylines? I'm hoping that we can get the city building a bit more, because we were at a little bit of a stalemate last time, and I'm hoping that we can keep going. The bomb was a bit accurate, but the D sounds more like a J in there with a bit more emphasis on the R. Right, GR or JR. So it sounds more like a GR. J. Suddenly I'm like British. It's a J. Anyway, city skylines, everyone. We're ready for it. Also, before we get into the city skylines, I just want to have a small conversation, apparently, about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Can I come inside? No. We were talking last night about city skylines and Skyrim. So there's a good there's at least a couple people that would like to be able to make to the city skylines stream. No, sorry, the Skyrim stream, but they can't do Mondays. But they can do Tuesdays. So I am considering, probably not while City Skylines is still running, probably once we get to our goal of 9 tiles, like 9 full tiles, I'm thinking of switching those days over and having the city builders or tycoon style games at the moment, that's what's planned at the moment anyway, on the Mondays, and then have Skyrim on the Tuesdays. Would anyone have a preference or an issue with that switch? Because I know there's at least 2 or 3 people that would be better for, but I don't know if that would cause any issues for anyone else. Because I did a similar thing with when we were doing, what was it called? God damn this cough. I'm just gonna casually die back here. I did a similar thing with Dragon Age Origins. I specifically put the Dragon Age on the Thursdays because Berserker, that's like the day that he can definitely show up, and he was like super keen for that game, and it worked out pretty well in the end. So I am considering if everyone but a few people are indifferent, I will switch it. If there's like a bunch of people that are specifically against it, I might not. You had it right the first time you said the last sentence. Okay. I nailed it. I did it wrong. Hashtag Todd Howard Tuesdays. Yep, that'd be it. We'll be doing Skyrim, we'll be doing Fallout. This cough! Stuff like that, so yeah, Todd Howard Tuesdays. Yeah, I did not get the chance to get on stream yesterday because I woke up at 5 with my internet completely out and could not contact the main office for my apartment complex till like 10 AM. No stress. I wasn't complaining that people weren't there. I mean, there wasn't people there for like the first half of the stream. Even still, not complaining about that. Just because we had a bit of a discussion at the end of the stream when there were a bunch of people there. I'm just trying to get a consensus of if people would prefer one or the other, or it doesn't matter. To be honest, I don't mind the day because no matter what, it's always ridiculously early. Yeah, fair enough. So it's like, it's a flip of the coin whether you'll make it anyway. It doesn't matter what game it is. I saw Legion was doing Fallout 3 the other day, but I was unable to watch him. Legion, do you mean Legion Gaming, as in who we're streaming with tomorrow? Because I think he did say, yep, okay, cool. Yeah, I think he did say he was going to play some of that. I'm going to turn this aircon off. Maybe that's what keeps tickling my pickle. Your current Wednesday partner? Yeah, okay. Yeah, he always streams a bit awkward times for me to watch, that's for sure. I got to catch like 20 minutes of a Berserker stream today, which was lovely. But man, it's difficult to catch anyone's streams other than my own, I guess. I get up every morning at 6 AM until next month, where we here in the States go back an hour. Go back an hour, wait. So does that mean it will be 7 AM or 5 AM? I don't know how things work. Alright, well, I think the idea will be then, because we've still got heaps of time, we should still have a number of streams left. 7 AM? Okay, that's actually, it sounds like that's actually better then. There should still be a decent amount left in the Skyrim playthrough, like we're not going to finish it in the next couple streams. I think what we will do is we will see out our City Skylines playthrough to the point that the arbitrary value that I've set, which is filled 9 tiles. And then we might do a switch of the day. So Skyrim will be on Tuesday, so it'll be Todd Howard Tuesdays. And the replacement for City Skylines will be on the Monday. I've got a couple games that I want to sort of sift through to see, you know, we probably won't do like full series on them or anything, but I'd love to show you guys them. We'll go through a few of those on the in the replacement for Skylines, so that'll be, yeah, probably on the Monday. Power Rocket, welcome. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. How are you? We will actually play some City Skylines soon, I promise. I promise we will. Just like it was back before y'all in Australia went back. Yeah, yeah. See yeah. Everyone does it like at different times. Like the UK does it at one time, the US does it another time, we do it at a different time, but then there's places in Australia that don't do it at all, and there's places in other parts of the world that also don't do it at all. It's just a massive stuff around, but, you know, it's so weird. It really is. Anyway, we have a game. Shall we play it? Shall we play said game? Here it's the first Sunday in November. Yeah, for us I think it's the first Sunday in October, right? Because it happened at the start of this month? Was it the start of this month? It's worse when you look at some maps where they do it or don't do it. It's just all over the place. Like, just get rid of it. Just get rid of it everywhere. Just boycott daylight savings. I know it has some practical uses. Don't get me wrong. I am aware that it does have its uses. But it was like invented in like the 1800s or something. And it was for reasons that a lot of the time aren't really that applicable anymore. Mainly it's just a mild inconvenience to me, so it should be it should be thrown out the window. That's how it works, right? Unless you're in Arizona outside the Hopi Reservation, then they don't do daylight savings at all. Florida senators suggested making daylight savings time permanent year-round in the states. I mean, it works to get rid of daylight savings. It's just kind of funny. It's just annoying. Just like put it one way or put it the other. I don't care which way. I don't care if we're in daylight savings or out of daylight savings. However that works, I'm not 100% sure. Whatever the terms are, you know, whatever. I'm just sick of all the changing, you know. Oh my goodness. So we're in the game. We're doing the game now. We're doing it. You may notice a few things look a little bit different. I did install, at the very last second, I installed 2 new mods. And we're gonna see how much they help, if they help at all. We've got an extended info panel, which now shows us like our power and water and stuff down here, which is kind of helpful. Oh, that shows traffic and allows us to just toggle that. Income, goods. Oh, it shows goods as well. That's helpful. Health, which is good. Happiness, which is good. Yeah, that's pretty helpful, I think. So we'll see how that goes. We can see a few more things at a glance. And there was also... there was something to do with the population thing. I feel like this is uneducated 95%. Wait, what? I don't know what half of that means. There's an education thing that's like not in there normally. Oh, this actually gives like a better breakdown as well of the population, I think. I don't know. Rather than sunset being at 5:30 PM. Oh, sorry. To be honest, I would like having daylight saving times permanent, giving longer afternoons, rather than sunset being at 5:30 PM. Yeah, like I said, personally, I couldn't care less which one it is. I would just prefer it to be one. Like just one of them. Just pick one and stay with that, and then I'm good. It just gets so confusing. Oh wait, no, I got times mixed up. God damn it! Oh, I thought this was going away. Got times mixed up because in Australia the seasons are backwards. It would be 5 AM streams. 5 AM when streams happen. Ah, okay. I was afraid that it might be the case. Oh boy. Well, I'll see you next season, Crips. We'll see you next year. Can we get the population go up? Oh, so one thing that someone suggested was put the tax rate down a little bit. So if we drop it 1%, hopefully that's not going to break the bank, and hopefully that will convince some more people to move in. Well, we'll see. Excuse me. Oh my god! I try waking up at 4:30, so it'll be fine. Jeez, that's a note from me. Getting up before like 10 o'clock. Well, maybe not that extreme. like 9 o'clock is just a death sentence for me. Might be a tad late if my showers are a bit long, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah. I mean, like I said, no pressure to make it in at all, especially if it's that early. Oh my god! I know this is probably annoying you guys. Trust me, it's annoying me more. I'm sick of it. I'm so done. Yeah, this is what I'm afraid of. Even just by changing the tax rate by 1%, we're in negative. I'm hoping that it will balance itself, but I don't know if it will. Okay, it's gone back into the positive, but it's really low. I didn't get up before 10 AM most days. I wish I didn't have to. Because it's annoying. Land values? Oh wait. Oh, 53 cents per square meter. I mean, yeah, look at that land value. That land value is pretty solid. Other than on the roads and in the industrial zones, it's like pretty high. We are going to need some more income though. Oh, you know what? We should just extend the farming district. That's, I think, what we're going to do. See if we can get a bit of money out of that. A bit more money out of that. Industry? Yeah. So, we'll see how that goes. We'll actually put in the roads. Alright, let's make these actually sort of flat now. I say flat. More farms, yo! Yeah, we're gonna get the farm life happening. Yeah, we're definitely losing money after we change the tax rate, which is expected. And it hasn't done anything. We're still like teetering on 102. Do I? Oh, I can't have it on the main building. Barracks. Let's get some large ones. Okay, they should be connected now with that. We'll need water though. Okay, that should be fine like that. It'd be interesting to see suburbs with trees all around them. I think I left like 70,000 headroom for trees on the map with base limits, so definitely possible. And there's mods to set the limit to like 2 million. Well, the only tree area I can really get to, well, these ones, I will be getting these ones, so I can put some trees in there. But otherwise it was really only here, or if I expanded all the way out there, which I'm not going to, I'm going this way. Large fruit field. I would actually, I didn't realize it randomized it for me as well. We'll see how that goes. We are, I think we're kind of stabilizing. In terrain tab, there is a tree brush tool so you can place your own trees. Oh, really? Does that create tree industry? Is there a tree brush tool? Because I seem to remember complaining that there wasn't a tree brush tool. I remember complaining that you had to do them individually. Not enough natural resources? What do you mean? What natural resources do you need? Let's put a few of these things down up here. I'm not gonna need that, am I? We need a slaughterhouse. We'll need a grain silo. But sure. We'll see how that goes. I don't know, why is it? What natural resource do I need? What am I missing there? Oh wait. Is there no, there probably just isn't fertility there, is there? I completely forgot about that. I forgot that had to be on fertility. How do we see that? Hold on, something is happening outside my door. Bear with me 1 second. What is that? Sorry, just middle class problems. My Roomba got stuck. You need fertile land, yeah? Look, it's simply the ground. The fertile land is yellowish. Yeah, it's just a little bit hard to tell here. Does it need to be fertile for livestock? I mean, I would assume probably yes. So it can go to there. Yes, damn. Roomba doing donuts. It had like caught something up in its wheels. Oh my goodness, look at all this stuff. Just put some roads here. What do you mean too steep? What are you talking about? Okay, sure. Just have a wiggly bit at the end, sure. Extra landscaping tools includes the tree brush option. Yeah, I thought it was like an extra thing. Maybe that's a mod I should look at as well. Although to be fair, I'm not really doing any landscaping. Keep these guys off the main road anyway. Look at how much traffic is here. Were they just like out of space out of space to to store stuff over there. I'll leave one connection. Well, no, I'll leave the 2 connections there. Now I'm gonna figure out something from there. Oh, just get all that traffic. Also, like 20 new brush types for their control. Funny thing is, I actually used ELT for the mountains in the fog north. What's ELT? Alright, they want more housing. This is the thing that keeps confusing me. There's all of this demand for residential, but then when I zone it, they won't. Oh, sorry, I was going to say they won't move in, but they will. But then the number goes down. So I'm confused. Like, I fill all of this stuff in, and then we still have the same amount of population. Oh, extra landscaping tool, right? That's what the ELT stands for. It's not like an egg lettuce tomato. It's like a BLT, but just crap. Egg. Well, okay, we are back in a decent positive turnover, so maybe it'll be fine. Did we unlock any new Plaza of the Dead? Ooh, that sounds fun. I think hopefully that means a lot of people died, which is great. That's a good look for us. Raisin Bread Base Kit Brawl Game. First of all, that is a name. That we can certainly say that is definitely a name. Welcome to the stream. How are you? Sounds like you are in a 100k cycle. I cannot get past 102k population. All of my metrics are like, all the ones that I can see are like 80% plus, like land value and health and different things like that. The lowest one I've got, I think, is like traffic flow, which is like 74%. But everything else is relatively high. But I cannot break out of 102k population. And it keeps giving me demand, and I keep filling that demand, and people are moving in, but the number is staying at 102. I don't get it. Well, apparently there's a way, isn't there a way I can see how many people are... Here we go. 377 births and 238 deaths. So, we should still be seeing an increase. Because that number is definitely, the births is definitely higher. Raisin Bread basketball game? Wait, what? Oh, Raisin Bread basketball game. Oh my god, that's what he said. That's what the name is, Pete. The decipherer of hieroglyphics, thank you. That's why you're the lore master around these parts. I basically said it phonetically and then just didn't get it anyway. Let's do... Oh, that didn't work, did it? Let's do this here. And then... that. Oh, not high density, no. I want low density. Actually... we don't need this one anymore, because that's found its own connection, so we're good. Although I think the death wave might be mitigated by development patterns of zoning, small hits every so often rather than zoning an entire town in one go, which is very good. Seniors are a decent bit of the population, so likely a death wave. Okay. You reckon? Yeah, I mean, it is a decent, but like I said, the births is still well above the deaths. I mean, I say well above, it's, you know, 100 and something above per week, which is still a decent amount. Like, unless those numbers were reversed or very, very close to each other, I don't see why it seems to be like a hard cap. Like, this is the highest it ever gets. 102, 400 and something. And then in about 10 minutes, that will go back down to 101 maybe. And then it will go back up to 102. Oh, now we're up to 30k again. Okay, well, I don't know. I'm confused. Give it time to stabilize. I've given it a long time. We had like half an hour at the end of... Well, no, longer than half an hour. It was probably an hour at the end of last stream, which is half the stream. And then we've had probably like 15 minutes at the start of this stream. And it just doesn't really seem to be... It seems to be stabilizing into that number, basically. It takes time for the death wave to stabilize itself. Alright, well, I mean, the plan was I was just gonna... just keep chugging on and see what happened. What is this number? Highly educated. Oh yeah, that's my education. Okay. Alright, well, we'll just keep building. Your choice, hotel. Did I zone that wrong? No, I zoned it correctly. Put some more offices in there. Yeah, like I'm doing it as gradually as I can. And everything is like yeah, there's problems throughout the city, but as a whole, everything is flowing fairly good. Including the sewerage, which is never resolved. What's wrong with this place? Oh, they just need more workers. But if we look at... So it's gone up to... Yeah, and now it's going back down again. 102, 490 is like the highest we can seem to get, and then just goes back down again. Maybe in the meantime add in elder care and crematoriums. Both should be in the hospital tab. Yeah, no, I've been doing that. I've got plenty of them. We've got child health care. We've got one in like every district except for this place because this one, elder care. Again, one in every district except, well, I mean, this is like the foresting zone, so it doesn't really need one. One in every zone. We've got plenty of cemeteries. Most of the places we have like potentially one or two. Crematorium. We don't have as many crematoriums, but no, we still have a fair few. Like, we have a decent amount of crematoriums. Have heaps over here. I granted this is showing also those, but like the smaller ones, crematoriums. So I got a fair bit of all that stuff. Like, I've literally got one over here for the newer zone as well. I mean, it's not for the newer zone, but it's in range of the newer zone. Yeah. Well, yeah. No, I put a cemetery, 2 crematoriums, elder care, and a child health center. One of the first things I put down. 102, 500 plus. Yeah. I mean, that looks promising. I don't think I've ever seen it in the last, you know, couple hours of gameplay. I don't think I've seen it break out of 102. We might... I haven't paid close enough attention to know whether it was actually fluctuating a little higher, but I know that I haven't seen it out of 102. So we'll just see. Hopefully it'll break out of that. I'm just going to keep on top of these demands. And this is the other thing, like, there was this demand for commercial, but I knew the second I put it in, they were going to be like, no, we don't want it. They just weren't going to do anything with it. Okay. Should I put in the disaster memorial? Yeah, slight growth, it varies. Yeah, well, it's going back down again now, which is this is the slope that I'm worried about it just repeating itself. Do we have anything cool we can put in? I'm still waiting for that park. Did we added in all this stuff, didn't we? Yeah, I think we added literally all of it over here. We should put in a zoo. Put in a zoo. That's not really important right now. Yeah, it's going to take a while to get enough visitors in here. If I put in another gate, will that mean more people will visit? Or will it make zero difference? What? Is it because of the fence here that it just doesn't register? Yeah, it is. Just move that there for a sec. Just want to put in a side gate. See if that helps anything. I don't know if that'll count if I do that. There. Now we can move it. Just have it completely confused. I don't know if that'll make any difference whatsoever. I think in the statistics there is an option to view the population growth over time, so you can check that for generally studying growth patterns. Oh, okay, where do I get to that? Yeah, it's gone back down again. In the statistics, as in here? Is it one of these? It won't make a difference having more gates. Focus on more amenities and past that you can't really do much. Okay. Well, I just wasn't sure if like people just weren't going in there. That's the info view. See, so it's in the pause menu. Oh, in the city statistics. Yeah, see, look at this. Population. I mean, it's literally the one that it's auto-selected. Steady, gradual growth. We've had a few pockets of sharper growth. But then as soon as it got to 100, in game time, it's been like 2 to 3 years. Sorry, 3 to 4 years. Where we have not gotten any higher. 101, 3, 102, 102, 102. It's just staying at 102. What about the death rate? Okay, so the death rate has gone up in those years. So it is definitely being compounded by a death rate. Influx is about the same. Available jobs is going up. Taxation is irrelevant to your value. Yeah, the only sort of relevant one I can think of. Oh, and the birth rate seems like it might have gone down a bit. Okay, so it looks like it's a combination of the birth rate going down, the death rate going up. I mean, it's still far enough apart that we should be seeing growth, but it's probably just not caught up with itself yet. I guess is the only thing I can think of. That seems to be what's happening. Check it with influx. As in these ones. So that's like, well, I guess it's gone down from there. So I guess all these three things happening at once. Because influx is the move-ins. Right, so the amount of people moving in has gone down, people being born has gone down, but death has gone up. So I guess maybe that's where the difference is in like the 100 people that are being born versus dying and not seeing growth. So it's just like a perfect storm where they're all just cancelling each other out, potentially. So new residents are declining and there is more death, yeah. Free penicillin and baby making music? Well, we've got the baby making music. Is this baby making music? Wait, can we get free penicillin? I hate when that thing doesn't work. It just doesn't work sometimes. I don't know why it doesn't, but it doesn't work. Why does the tab not work? I mean, it could be worse. Yeah, it could be worse. I'll just keep filling the bars, see what happens. We'll get there eventually. A bit of commercial, I guess. Let's just fill them in all the way over here. Yeah, I'm stuck in the right one. That won't cause any problems, I swear. I had a friend city to climb from 300k to 100k from one really hard death wave. Okay, so they must have definitely been using like infinite money and infinite what's it called? Infinite demand or something, and they must have zoned everything at once. Because if I tried to do that in this, like, I just never would have got to that point because like the demand just wouldn't allow for it. Death waves are inevitable, and matching the development to be in small blocks helps a ton towards minimizing the death wave effects. Yeah. Yep. That's sort of one of the reasons why I usually do it in small sections as well, to help minimize death waves. But also, yeah, it's just like it doesn't. Everything tends to break if you try and go too gung ho all at once. So I always try and do it more incrementally. I personally just disabled deaths outright. You can disable death? Yeah. Can we get that patched into real life? No. Why are they not getting power? We have power. Okay, there we go. Just took a while. I don't have the time to deal with it. I've got details to do. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, it's funny. When I sort of saw this game and got interested in this game and started playing this game, I always just imagined that everyone would just play it, not necessarily vanilla, but with like all of the main stuff still turned on. And then most of the people that I actually watched playing it, I started to realize most people playing it actually have like infinite money on, everything unlocked at the start, you know, infinite demand and stuff like this. And I was like, oh, most people don't actually play it vanilla. Which is, you know, just a preference of playing the game. I can understand it. I like to do it from the ground up, keeping everything in the right levels and stuff, but I can understand, especially if you've already done it before. I haven't really done it this far before, so for me it's like, it's kind of fun to just go from the ground up. But if you've already done it like hundreds of times before or whatever, just be like, man, just skip me to the middle or to the end. Slightly I guess. Yeah, a lot of the player base focus on making high realistic cities using mods. Yeah. Unlimited money is extremely useful, so you don't have to wait to do extremely meticulous details. Yeah, I can definitely understand that, because I think a lot of people use it more for that sort of thing than like a simulation, like a city simulation as such. Do we have any other Maybe we should do more. Maybe we should do like a bunch of fishing along here. We still have some poop coming out though. But if I put, I know these things are hot garbage, but if I put like a bunch of them there, just try and make it so nothing gets that way. Maybe we can start fishing there. Go. Yeah, if we go. We just say no, not today. Alternatively, we'll just put like 100 more of these in here. They're so inefficient. They're so wildly inefficient. Some details going down to individual fences between houses and custom street sign. Procedural objects mod is very useful for tying everything together in a city. Yeah, man, I love the idea of that for sure, but I would just go insane if I had to actually do it myself. Like the fact that I can zone stuff and it just pops up is like that's sort of as far as I'll go. Okay, that's gotten rid of some of that. I'm gonna set up some fishing. We'll see what happens. I think it's gonna clean itself up with all that extra stuff there. Wait, so how do we zone it? We just do industry, right? And then we just make it fish? Is that what I need to do here? Oh, no, it's not. I mean, you can add text to signs, walk entire buildings. It takes time. I spent like 4 hours doing signs for a single highway. Yeah, I think I would go insane. Respect people who can do it, but man, it would drive me nuts. So I just put that down, but isn't... Because it hasn't unlocked any other buildings. Oh, that's right, because it's literally just the amount of things you catch. Come on. Just... There's a sweet spot here. Oh, there we go. That'll do. I just want to have a big old fishing... Nope, stop that. Fishing empire along here. Just nothing but fish. You guys like fish? We need normal roads. Okay, let's connect it in there. Connect it in here. And connect it. Why will I only connect there? No, that's fine. Alright. You place the fishing docks and run the lines into wherever you want fish. Yeah. I just, for a second, because of the fact that none of this was unlocked, for a second I just thought that there must have been like a zone thing, but... Alright, so I should be able to just start using this, because this will all clear away. Right? It'll be fine. Can I? I wonder if this is gonna work. Can I do? Does that work? Or is that just gonna not work in the slightest? Fish farm. I don't want fish farm. What are these? Fish market and a fish factory. Oh, we could add some of those in. Yeah, nice little fish market down there. Lovely. I don't know if that's cool yet. What does that mean? One thing I really hate about this, fishing route incomplete. Okay, yeah, so that's not going to work the way it is. I'm not surprised by that. One thing I would really love though, and there's probably a mod for it to be fair, is all these little icons, sometimes it just flat out like doesn't seem to tell you what it does. Oh, can I not? Can I not delete them now? Hello? Why can't I delete them? Oh, great, it's fine. What do I do this? Oh, I do it that way. Okay. I guess they count as like actual roads. Right, so in that case they all want to be individual little runs out and back.
Here you have your chapel-going Imperials and your chapel-dodging Dark Elves, and never the twain shall meet.
Fair enough. Okay, we're just gonna do big old loops like this. They're gonna cross over each other. Welcome, Adam. How are ya? Welcome to the stream. Just trying to right now focus on fishing because population is just not working out for us. And I am aware that they are going to be currently fishing through a big swathe of poo, but it will clear itself up because I have put a whole bunch of poo catchers. They're definitely called poo catchers. In the mouth of the river, so it should resolve itself. There, see how that goes. It's already cleared up a huge amount, so it'll... They may catch a couple poo fish. It may be one fish, two fish, red fish, poo fish for a bit. But then it'll sort itself out. I mean, in theory it's a complete loop, but it would severely limit capacity. It like literally wouldn't let me. You have to actually do them all individually by the looks of it. Catch a brown trout. Gotta love those brown trout. They're extra tasty. That little bit of extra garnish really just like makes it... They fly off the shelves. It looks so hideous having like 100 of them just sat here as well. But they're all out now. Maybe they just won't catch the ones in the poo water, who knows? Unfortunately, there's pretty much only anchovy here. We have some salmon here. I'm not really catching any. I wonder actually, maybe we dedicate this one to only salmon, just so we're not catching 1,000 billion anchovies. Can we like go through these? Guess so. There. Cool. We'll catch all those salmon, the rest will be anchovy. We got that's on salmon, the rest are on anchovy. We'll see what happens. I think in Sunset Harbour you get inland water treatment if you want to try that for the sake of getting rid of the poo pipes. Yeah, see, I did see that. I did see that there is the water treatment and there's the inland water treatment plant. But I decided to ignore it and instead put in 1,000 of the poo catchers. Because what's efficiency? Also the water treatment plants, I don't think they're 100% efficient. I think they only clean out like most of it. actually no, let's leave that for commercial. Zone up here a little bit as well. There you go. And then water treatment increases land pollution by a lot, but it's better than poo pipes, also realistic. Right. I mean, I don't think I'd have anywhere to put it anyway. No more room? We've got so many incinerators. Is it not enough? Can we... Do we reckon we can get some incineration plants in here? They don't like that, but they're offices. So then the residential might not like it. That might expand that a bit too much. We're gonna have to see what happens there. We'll watch that space. Sean, welcome. How are ya? Haven't seen you in a little while. Hope things are doing okay. Wait, we shouldn't need that. It's connected now. Yeah, so we were up to like 102,900, and now it's down to 700. I think one thing that would help would be getting more tourism in. Maybe we should just put in another international airport. Maybe that'd help. Because we've already done like all of the other things that we're allowed to do. Maybe we just chuck in an international airport. It's not going to fit in there anymore. Maybe we just like slap one in over here or something. Personally do the nuclear power plus water treatment combo facility right next to the large body of water in my cities. Just ignore the occasional mutated baby. Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. They just... Hey buddy. They're just, you know... Just different. They're just different. I'm starting to think this hot air balloon tours is not very efficient for the cost that you pay for it. There's like one hot air balloon that goes around, and it takes forever. Yeah, it's definitely fine. Yeah, I mean, my whole river being flooded with poo for, you know, a good portion of this city's life, that was fine as well. Nobody had any problems. We had like a scare. We had one scare at one stage where we almost thought we were going to be drinking some poo water, but then we fixed it. Not by removing the sewage, mind you, by removing the water intake pipes and just making all of these. As you can see, fixed. What if we put... Man, I'm just trying to think of anything we can do. Transport. That's what I'm looking for. Which transport will get me tourism? Cable cars? No, I don't think we can really... what would we use cable cars for? We don't have any, like, high land or anything. Cargo airport? Blimp depot? Airport. Will a normal airport... No, even that won't fit. Tourism. So what's the difference between an airport and an international airport? Is it just that the international airport is just bigger and better? Well, I guess it's got the subway connection as well. Metro station and capacity. Okay, so it is So it is just those main things. So what's the capacity? Does it say the capacity? I mean, it's got two runways, so either way, we're not fitting either of them in here without, like, even if I demolished everything, I think I'd only just be able to fit in the normal one, not the international one. I'm so tempted to just demolish this campus. I have not been able to get it off level 1 since it was built. And I have done so many, like, look at all these things that I've put through to see if I can have anything happen. We've got 15 academic staff, which should be more than enough, I would have thought. But nobody wants to come here. I just don't understand why nobody wants to come here. We've got everything that we can. I mean, there's just one problem after the other, isn't there? We've got everything that we can in this thing. And when it comes to things that we can build. Trade school. Well, do we actually... Is there a trade school in here? Trade school dorm. Yeah. Got 2 trade school dorms. Trade school study halls, so I think we went for trade school. Trade school groundskeeping? Did we end up putting that in? I feel like we did. Book club, faculty, crematorium. Sorry. Oh, we don't have a groundskeeping. Oh, look. What do we got to lose at this point? Put it in. Book club. Yeah, that's like the only thing we didn't have in. Ooh, no, that's right, because the police academy is enormous. Metropolitan Airport is a reskinned international airport. In my humble opinion, it looks way better. Maybe. I don't know. This thing just got me tourism, that's why I put it in. Avalon Airport versus Tullamarine, I guess. Yeah, I suppose that would probably be the closest sort of comparison. How do I get more goods? This was the problem that was going to happen when I put in more commercial zones. I knew it was going to happen. They kept asking for it, but I knew that the second I put them in, we were going to have all these extra abandoned buildings because they weren't going to have the goods to sell. But I don't really know how to fix it. We're going to would you rather eat live worms or drink muddy water? Well, live worms, as disgusting as it is, I could just pretend that I'm Klingon. But also, they actually have like protein and stuff in them. Drinking muddy water. Well, then again, no, I'll drink the muddy water actually. I'll just get one of those filter things, those filter bottles and stuff. I just put a filter through, mud's gone, bam, and the mud is gone. Problem solved. Oh, we got to 103! We're finally at 103! Unemployment's only at 4% as well, so... Man. It's just sort of... stopped. Let's put a big section through there. I think we were taken to Avalon when I was a girl guide for joy flights on a glider plane, which was awesome. Wow, that would be fun. That would be mad fun. I just remember going to Avalon for the air show every year, which was pretty cool. That was such a long time ago, though. Well, I'm pretty sure they still do it as well, but Yeah, I haven't been there in quite some time. Because they don't do, like, there's not many flights that they really do. And if they do, they're really expensive compared to Tullamarine, I think. So it's just kind of annoying. If putting in the groundskeeper, or the groundskeeping, if that fixes the fact that nobody was going to this university, I'm going to be so annoyed. University campus area? Administration building? Do we already have that or no? Trade school administration building. Do we like have the wrong one or something? Do we need this? Does this count as something else? I'm sure though, because we made a trade school, right? Surely we only need these things. What does it say? Oh yeah, it defines the campus type to university. Okay, so no, we only need these things then for this one. One's coming up. Depends, sometimes Avalon is cheaper. Have a friend pick that airport. If it not realizing how far away from southeast suburbs it was. Yeah, every time I've seen anything when it was to do with Avalon, it was way more expensive because they because they're a much smaller airport and stuff like that, and they're not international. They don't do any international flights, so to keep things running, I'm pretty sure they have to charge more mostly. Well, people are really not using this ferry. 2 passengers on that one. Imagine having a ferry, this dude right here, ferry to himself. Because if I was trying to go from here all the way up to here, and if I knew the road systems that existed, I would totally take the ferry. But I guess it'd just be too expensive. Ferries never get used IRL, so... Well, it depends where you are. In the UK and stuff, and around like the little islands and stuff that they have there, they actually use ferries a fair bit, I'm pretty sure. And near me, there's a ferry that goes like across the bay, and I mean, I don't think it's not really used as like a mode of transport as such, in the sense that like people don't use it to go to work or anything. It's more of a tourist type thing, you know, for a day out. It gets used a little bit. There is a ferry to the islands like 50 miles north and barely ever gets used. And this island has 0 access, so it's the only way to it. Yeah, I think as a general rule, it's more of a like a touristy sort of thing. It's not really like you wouldn't get on a ferry here and go all the way up here, or sorry, get on a ferry here and go all the way down here to go to work in the city. As much as it would be a hell of a lot quicker, it would be a lot more expensive. So it just wouldn't be worth it. Well, the money's stabilized, which I'm happy about. We have just barely gone up to 103 instead of 102. And it's sort of fluctuating around there. It's less of cost and more of speeds. RL ferries are dreadfully slow. Yes, but when you compare them to, at least in this city anyway, you compare them to trying to get through this, it's much quicker. No more room? We'll get rid of them then. Some crematoriums in around here. I'm sure it'll be fine having a couple crematoriums on the main road. It'll be fine. Oh yeah, there's definitely some death waves going. All the crematoriums, sorry, all the cemeteries are full. Just unload them next door. Oh my goodness, yeah, okay, yeah, mega death wave. I didn't realize how big the death wave was. I thought we were dealing with it alright, but there's clearly still... Clearly still a fair bit of it happening. I don't want to replace too many people's houses if I can avoid it. Do a few though. Are there any other cemeteries that are full? Yep, this one. Yeah, okay. Alright, this is making a lot more sense. This is making a lot more sense. We'll see how that goes. Probably be faster to literally walk to work. Well, yeah, very possibly. Oh, this thing... this thing burnt down again! It's literally called Definitely Didn't Burn Down Park, and it burnt down. Campfire site burnt down again. Maybe I should stop putting in campfires. No. That's quitters talk. When the place burns down, we don't quit. We don't give up. We don't surrender. We build another campfire on top of the ashes of the previous one. Everything will be fine. Boom. Nothing's going to burn down. Again. Definitely didn't burn down again. Park. There we go. It's not going to burn down. It's not going to burn down. That traffic isn't even that bad, to be honest. Traffic? Not necessarily. But the roads... Trying to figure out how to get there. I mean, that's pretty bad. It's kind of still flowing, though, I guess. Mostly. Actually, even this isn't as bad as it used to be. Somehow the traffic's gotten better. Maybe, I guess, because we just spread stuff out a bit more. Because this used to be backed up all the way up here. And now it's actually pretty flowing. Even that there is not really as bad as it was. I guess I'm just a genius. Okay, we need to find the graveyards, the cemeteries that are full. That one's not full yet. Oh, it's getting close though. Do they not put them in the crematorium until you tell them... Oh, until you tell them to empty the cemeteries? Like, they don't just skip the cemetery and put them straight in the crematorium? If you have enough crematoriums? Do they just always put them in the graveyards, in the cemeteries? Okay, I think I've gotten them all. Hopefully that will fix something, I guess. That's the average traffic here during the ends of the tourist season. Yeah, another reason I'm never going there. So I mentioned a lot, there is a large city like a few hours out from where I live. The main interstate through it stays backed up. It would literally put your freeways traffic to shame with how bad it is. The I-77 during rush hour is horrid. Yeah, I mean, that's a no from me. I don't wanna. I don't know if my tax limit, like changing my tax limit down 1% actually helped. I'm gonna put it back up. We'll see. It might take a hit in population, but I feel like this was a decent threshold and I was actually making money. When I put it down, I was just no longer really making much money. I'm sure it will tank population intake a bit, but we'll see how much. As the city gets stabilized and influx goes down, traffic eases. Oh, I guess that's true, yeah, because we're not getting the influx anymore. You can't be trying to defend yourself while this song is playing. No. It's not my fault there's so many dead people. I'm not the bad guy here. Wait. Wait a second. Hold on. I've done the right thing. And I think to myself, what a wonderful cemetery. I don't know. Man, this place is still full of trash. So is the farm main building. Crematoriums take part of the load. It's really a case of what's closest. You are literally the bad guy. You murder people daily. How dare you? I just put people out of their misery. And out of my misery. Speaking of misery. Someone lose a game? Holy Moses. Alright, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. This is not my fault. 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 We're gonna fix this. Everything's gonna be fine. Sports. See, I don't even remember building any sports stadiums though. This is the thing. I mean, I must have. Yeah, even the entertainment's actually not that bad. We've got some bad areas, but mostly it's pretty good. Where are stadiums again? Here? No. Concerts? Tourism and leisure? No, there's one where you can just build like straight up stadiums, isn't there? Park maintenance? Because I don't think I've really been doing that at all. Tourism and leisure, is it? No, it's not there either. I'm sure there's a place. No, people care about sports too much? Yeah, I mean, yes. But isn't there... I'm sure there's like a tab where I can build, like, stadiums. Surely it's not just a single stadium, is it? Oh, what's this? The theatre. We don't have a theatre. Let's build a theatre. Let's build it. You know what? Sure. I was reserving that space for like commercial or something, but the need for that is going to be miles away. Okay. Cool. That helped. There was a college game last weekend, I think, and one team won after 15 years of losing. And the fans went so wild they literally took a whole goalpost and dragged it into the river. Ugh. Like, I get it. You're excited, especially if it's been 15 years since your team's won, but... Can people just not be respectful to other human beings? Like, come on. That's just not cool. Science Center. It's just like vandalism as well. It's not like relatively harmless kind of thing either. That's going to cost someone a lot of money. Oh, we've got a theatre. That's fun. Also, stadiums are in the University Sports tab. University Sports tab. As in the varsity sport? Oh. Are these not part of the campus? I don't remember them being in here. Maybe they moved around when they added with the campus expansion thing. Well, a lot of them are. You have the Matchday Stadium in unique buildings though. Yeah, I must I must only be allowed to build one of them. Zoo, hotel, fountain, concerts? Pardon me. Can't seem to find it. University got fined for not being able to control their fans. 100k fine plus cost to cover repairs. Yeah, I mean, that's just... I would just be so annoyed if that happened. Even just like near me. I'd be like, come on, man. Just don't be a twat. It's just annoying for everyone. They're a part of campus DLC, but they can be placed anywhere, sorry. The varsity sports stadiums can be placed anywhere you desire. Okay, so if I was to put in basketball, if I was to put in a basketball arena, people like that? People like basketball? Does anyone sports? Does anyone sports? Do people know about sports? People know these things? Should I put in a sports? You know what? Bam. Basketball. People love basketball. Maybe? In one of my Midwest cities, I had the American football stadium on the riverfront. I want to put in stadiums where they can have monster truck rallies. I say that. They definitely can't do that at the basketball arena. Alright, well, let's see what happens. Because I'm pretty sure I don't have any other sports things. I'm guessing any of the other stuff that I had, where a sports team won or lost, it was like a college one? No, but even then, they still need a stadium, right? Because I'm pretty sure I don't have any other ones. Oh, wait, here. This one. No, that's an expo center. This one? Stadium. There it is. So there is just a normal stadium. Okay, so I did put in a stadium. Oh, there's a big sports arena there. I guess I can only have one. No. I mean, I'm not convinced that'll actually help anything, but we did it anyway. We'll see what impact that has. Let's just fill that up to here. It's a little bit of overzoning, but I'm sure everything will be fine. It'll balance out. I'll have to send a photo or two of that, but the city is super old, so I have to go back a lot. Yeah, no, like I've mentioned a few times, like if you have pictures and stuff of any games you're playing, but yeah, especially this one at the moment that we've been playing, yeah, feel free to put them in the Discord. I'll be interested to see how it looks compared to mine. We can launch a rocket, guys. Should we launch the rocket? Should we launch the rocket? Can I get a poll? Can I get a poll in chat? I don't know if Adam's still here or if one of my mods is here. Can we launch a poll? Do we launch the rocket yet, or do we save it for another stream? I'll probably forget another stream, to be fair, but should we launch the rocket? You can remove the single place limits with mods. Yeah, I think I've got most of the mods that I want to have. Mainly just like information one, which actually I'm really happy I added this mod. This mod is like this. I love this. This is the sort of quality of life things that I really love in games, when it just gives you more information, so that especially if it's like a city or tycoon style game, just knowing more about what's happening just really helps you to be able to play the game better, rather than, I'm not a huge fan of things that like actually change the gameplay too much, unless I've already played the game so much that I'm like done with that style and I'm like, okay, I've seen it all, now I can get something more out of it if I add some mods. Save it for the stream, man. Yeah, we might do that. I don't know how many people are here and are gonna be here at the end. So we'll see. I'll probably do my own poll at the end of the stream for if people want to see the rocket launch. We had a fair few visitors there, so that's something. Prefer minimal interruptions or sensory overloads when playing games, especially in such a tedious manner like I do with cities. Yeah, that's fair. But to be to clarify that as well, though, you obviously are playing cities very differently than I am, because you're almost playing it as more of an artistic palette for you to create a specific like bespoke piece, if that makes sense, which is fantastic. I'm not knocking that at all in the slightest. Whereas I'm playing it as more like a sim to just get this stuff building and just make it look cool, but not like specific, I guess. So having and because like I don't have infinite money and infinite stuff on, these things actually will help me, whereas for you it would be irrelevant, because like, well, it doesn't matter because I've got infinite stuff on, so it doesn't actually matter what the statistics say quite as much. Away. Has Pleasant Hill become any more pleasant yet? I also love that it's Pleasant Hill. This is the flattest section of land I think I've ever seen in my life. Oh, it's close. It's almost there. Basketball? Any basketball happening? I love that the team name is the Tsunamis Turned Off This Timesville Alligators. It might be a little bit of a mouthful. And it's the Tsunamis Turned Off This Timesville Alligators versus the Rock Valley Buccaneers. I think I'd just forfeit hearing the name. I'd be like, bruh, I ain't saying that name every time. You know what? You win. I'm done. Let's just crank up the speed one. Wait. There we go. Press that button. Just crank up the speed a little bit. How long does it take to empty a cemetery? That's pretty close, actually, that one. This one? Oh yeah, some of them are like pretty close to being empty. Cool. We have managed to breach into like 104 pop tepulation. That's a word. That's definitely a word. A lot of adults. Territory is what I was trying to say. I don't know why I said tepulation. Oh, this is the park. Oh, why did they give me a whole bunch of piers that I can build? How is that going to help? I can't build piers here. There's no water. Dingus? So I think I've gotten everything other than this. Chessboard. Oh, yeah. Yeah, shoreline required. Well, that was useless. I doubt a chessboard is going to be enough to get this to the next level, is it? Oh, well, actually, pretty damn close. We only really need, like... I don't know. Wait, what do these things do it? No. We only really need... I don't want any of these. Restrooms at the other end of the park, maybe? And a cafe? Guess that makes sense. Did that do enough? Okay, that gets us there. And then the rest is population or people visiting. I mean, it's, to be fair, it's a pretty boring park. There's just like, just very straight paths around the whole thing. Okay, our campus attractiveness went up, but we lost more students. I'm done. I'm done with this place. Like, it's just, I can't do anything. It doesn't, I can't get more people in. I don't know what to do. I sent 9 images of my oldest city for you after stream. Yeah, see, I'll have a look. I'll look when I get the chance. Yours will certainly look better than mine, that's for sure. Alright, we are getting decent money and we are getting some population, so I think things are sort of slowly resolving themselves. Let's zone this for some offices, shall we? And maybe just a little bit of residential there. That city marker, a turning point, as that was the first one I actually took detailing seriously. Oh, marked a turning point. Okay, so it's like an historic city. Even better. So sewage treatment is a big problem. It's not even a big problem. The biggest problem that we have when it comes to those metrics, but it's not actually a concern yet. Do we have any new things? Not really. I kind of wish it would tell you when you unlock a new thing in here, although I guess, especially earlier game, if it did that, it would probably just be popping off like all the time and it would just be annoying. But at the moment, like, I have to go through each of these to see if anything new's popped up. Yeah, I'm making pretty good bank actually. Now that we put our tax rate back up to 12% instead of 11%. Matters a lot to me, still one of my favourite prior city builds. Yeah, man, I'm interested in having a look at it. So I'm leaving this area. Oh, I didn't put that there. I'm leaving this area to be zoned for commercial if that need ever comes back, or even like offices I might put in there. Because I always prefer having the like the offices and the commercial in these little sort of what would you call those little boxes, so that there's at least some buffer of noise pollution between them and the residential. I don't know if it works that much, but I guess we're at like over 100k, so I guess it kind of works. I think we've sort of. It feels like we've sort of broken out of that thing that we were stuck in. Wait, it was out here. Because if we look at the statistics and we take off these, influx is going up a bit. Yeah, it's just starting to tick up a little bit now. It's not by much yet, and it's slow, but it has ticked up a little bit. So I'm hoping that will start to indicate the turning point. Should I like, I feel like maybe I should D-zone. I'm actually going to D-zone this commercial. This could cause a lot of problems, but I would prefer it to be residential there. I might even do that all the way along here actually. Because we're not having, our commercial need is like just non-existent anyway. And it's just causing a whole bunch of just abandoned buildings. So I'm hoping that that might turn things, that they might leave here and go to some of these other ones and fill it out a bit. Why is that? Oh, there we go. Let's go. Oh, did I? I went on the other side. We don't want on the other side. That's in the university. Not that I really care about this damn university anymore, because it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Like, it's even free. It's even free school. And especially, this is like clearly set in like an American style city, essentially. Free tuition is unheard of. Why is nobody here? It just doesn't make any sense. I can't even make it cost anything, in fact. See, told you population would stabilize. Patience is key. It just took such a long time. Like, way longer than it really felt like it should have. And indeed, it has in the past when similar things have happened. Like, obviously, we've never had a time where it's plateaued this much. But it's always sort of coming out pretty quick. No, it's not even close to America. Way too little gridlock and not enough freeway going over minority neighborhoods. Yeah, but the style, like, this is all based, it's relatively heavily based and influenced off of like American city building more than I guess European or Australian or Asian city building. Like, if I looked at this city, I know that's obviously partially my design, but if I looked at this, I would either think, I might think European, but I'm more likely gonna look at this and think that it's American. It's an American city. Also, you would only have one urban core completely gutted by freeways, and it would be completely surrounded by suburban sprawl. Yeah, no, like I said, I'm not specifically talking about like the design, the layout design slash layout of the city, because that's obviously me. I mean, the way that the game treats a lot of this, it seems to be based a decent amount off of like American style. Alright, we're getting some need for commercial again, which is a trap, because it's not going to work. Should I? Okay, I might zone this as high density, because it's coming off of that part, and that can be the dividing part there. Look, okay, I'm gonna zone it. We'll see what happens. Because they say there's demand. I don't believe them, but we'll see what happens. American cities have parking requirements that basically make tiny shops need like 2 times their building footprint in parking. I mean, that's I mean, I don't think this game takes into consideration parking really at all. Like, look at this. There's 3 car parks for a building that can hold hundreds of people. Well, almost 100. I mean, this could clearly hold a decent amount of people. But there's 3 car parks there and 3 car parks there. So obviously it doesn't do. There's a couple of car parks there. Obviously, it's not very realistic in that sense. Until mods come into play. Yeah. You would just see nothing but, because also they do a lot of on-street parking here, which to be fair, that I'm pretty sure is a more European than American thing. Well, not in the suburbs actually. In the suburbs, I think that happens a lot. In America as well, but certainly not in. Does that happen in the main cities? Oh. Alright, well things are coming together. We are 105 now, so it's slowly creeping up. It feels like we've breached that problem spot we were having. What's our land value looking like at the moment? Not great over here, which is funny because we've got a basketball stadium right there. So let's put in some parks and stuff. I thought I had already done that, but obviously not enough. Let's just remove some people's houses because they don't need them. You're unhappy? Bam, you're out of here. Not unhappy anymore. Oh, what's this? Floating cafe? Right, yeah, I forgot about those. It's not really. Let's put in. Can we get the bouncy castle again? Let's put that there on the end. Oh, there we go. That doesn't need to take up any space. We'll see how that goes. American cities do a lot of on-street parking, as well as making like half of the central area parking lots. Wait, so they have like, so everyone parks on the street, but then there's also a huge amount of parking lots. What? How does that even work? I mean, I know like most people have a car in the US, much like over here. It's mainly in like Europe and stuff that they don't, or at least in the UK, a lot of people don't really have vehicles. That just feels like there would be so many like parking spaces essentially that just were never getting utilized. I'm sure that won't create any problems. There. Perfect. It's beautiful. Basketball team probably took an L. Yeah, that's probably what all the sadness was. Yeah, basically, and both of them cost money, as in like the on-street parking and the parking lots. Yeah, man, on-street parking for like cost. Over here, there are some places that is like completely free, and then if you were to like want to park in Melbourne or something especially, it's just like good luck. You get like a minute of parking for like $5 or something. Like it's just absurd. They just milk it so much because they can. It's probably one of their largest revenues, just milking people for parking money. It's nuts. The average car ownership in the US is around 84%. Of like 250 million-ish people that would be able to drive a car. Right. Yeah, I can't imagine it'd be too much different in Australia because we don't... Because one of the biggest things is that the UK have such strong infrastructure for public transport, and everything is so cramped and awkward to drive a car in, so a lot of people will just take public transport. But in Australia and the US, it's much larger, everything's a lot more spread out, and if you didn't have a car, you wouldn't really be able to get anywhere. Everything's further away and more spread out, it wouldn't really work. Citizens are sick. Yeah, we had a feeling this was gonna happen. Okay, let's D-zone this and this. Let's make this all. We might have to D-zone a lot of this actually. Okay, this is not ideal, but we'll rezone it over to the other side. Oh, whoops. Rezone. We're gonna make it all offices because I don't really care if the office people are sick. They are not important. There. I don't really want the residential people sucking too much. We'll see what that does. I'm sure that won't cause any problems whatsoever. Also, let's get rid of that. Make that all residential. This is gonna create a very strong imbalance in the force. Let's just do 2 little nubs. There you go. Everything's gonna be fine. Nothing's gonna go wrong. Yes, both parking forms you have to pay most of the time. Yeah, like down here where I live, they brought in like free city parking over the weekend, which was like, yeah, it needed to happen ages ago. But throughout the rest of the week, you still have to pay a fair bit, but it's not as bad as in Melbourne. But other places have like these massive car parking complexes that are free. Here where I live, it's like 25 cents for 30 minutes. I'm guessing Melbourne is very similar to American cities then, huh? Probably, yeah. It's big and dense and grids and a lot of expensive parking and a lot of like parking lots in the like underground parking lots and stuff like that, and just like big complexes of parking. Taking like 2.5 hours to cross the entire city. Oh yeah, easily, I reckon. The only outlier to the general American owning cars, the upper limit is like 6%, but in New York City it's 23%. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, this just everything is just bigger and further away in the US and Australia that you would struggle to get away with only using public transport, especially for like like work and stuff like that. Free city parking here won't ever happen. That tourist caching is too profitable. Yeah, yep. If they can milk it, if any council can milk it for money, they'll do it. There are very few councils that won't do that, and to an extent, sure, I understand. Gotta make money, gotta be able to make increase and improve infrastructure and stuff. You gotta get money somewhere, and that's one way to do it. But man, it sucks for the people on the receiving end of that. Underground parking, what kind of joke is that? Here all the parking is all surface? It's called efficiency. You don't wanna like I mean, if you want like underground parking, I'm pretty sure in most places in Europe they've got a lot more of that, like big underground car parks. Yeah, it means that you can have, you know, massive hotels and sky rises and all sorts of things above ground, and then everyone parks underground and doesn't have to take up all the street space or get in the way anywhere, sorry, because they're all underground. I mean, it's not exceedingly common. A lot of them are like big structures, like car park complexes above ground, and also go a bit underground, I think. But yeah, there's definitely underground ones. Public transit Public transit is a joke in every city here, except NYC and maybe Chicago. Yeah, I mean it's pretty bad over here. Like I stopped taking buses when I got to like 16 because it was just like even if I needed to go somewhere, I just wouldn't because it was just so annoying and so awful to try and take buses or any public transport. It was the most frustrating scenarios was where you were early to a bus stop, but the bus had already been, which should be illegal. They're like, oh, we'll arrive at these times. Oh, looks like I'm here early to this stop. I want to clock off early, so I'm just going to ignore the timetable and keep going, get to my next stop. A system does not work if people do that. If people are late, if you're late to the stop and the bus isn't there, yeah, sure, fair enough. That's perfectly fine. That makes sense. You missed it. If you're there early and they have already left, which has happened to me on multiple occasions, which is one of the reasons why I just was like, nah, never taking a bus again in Australia. It is just infuriating because you're like, I was literally here early and you've left before you were supposed to even arrive. Like, what? Chicago L trains are pretty effective. Yeah. Live in Chicago, I guess. Not even kidding, we do not do underground parking here. It's all serviced in most cities. Or under the freeways. Ugh. It just sounds so inefficient. Like, yeah, it's just so much stuff getting in the way everywhere if you do it that way. Having stuff underground just means that you can just tuck stuff out of the way and still... Well, number one, not have it like getting in the way of a nice skyline, which to be fair, Melbourne doesn't really have, but that's something else. And number two, yeah, just being able to like get stuff out of the way. Parking garages are not very common here either. Most of the time it's a simple slab of asphalt. Also the buses here are horrid too. There's like 5 lines and they come every 3 hours. Ugh. No thanks. When I lived in the largest city, excuse me, in the largest city, the light rail system was decent enough. I just don't take public transport anymore if I can avoid it. It's just not good. Well, we don't get earthquakes here like they do. Well, that is true actually. We don't get earthquakes either. So that could be a consideration. It literally just costs in the area. Yeah, I mean, it might be something like cost is obviously one thing because building underground is always going to be more expensive. But like Adam said, it could be to do with the fact that, you know, because you guys have, and we were talking about this in a previous stream at some stage, there's just a big standardization of like, you know, the fact that most cities are built on grids and just all sorts of different things that are just sort of standardized over there, whether they're more efficient or better or, you know, actually help with anything at all. They are just the standardized norm, and so that's what happened. So it's possible that like everyone just built massive slabs of asphalt to put cars on. That's how it was done. That's how it will continue to be done, because that's just what's being done. And there could have been, you know, great reasons for it in some places, like earthquakes, but other places may have still adopted that. Why is the flour mill making pollution? How does that make sense? But who knows? Who knows? Not me. Okay, let's put this in here because otherwise, yeah, let's put offices in here. Why not? I didn't realize that was going to make pollution. It's kind of strange. No. Oh, yeah, that'll do. Put that there. sort of segregate that a little bit. Water levels are also a problem too. Don't want to park where it's going to flood. Yeah, that's probably an even better point, especially since they recently had flooding over there. They have more frequent hurricanes and monsoon seasons and stuff like that. So yeah, if it's underground, it's all going to flood down and all your cars are going to be stuffed. So I guess you probably don't want to build too much stuff underground. Whereas, yeah, we don't really have that much over here either. I wish public transit here was better. I wish it was better here too, because I mean, I'd still prefer to drive my car, but it would be nice if taking a bus or a train or something wasn't just aneurysm inducing. Are you planning on doing Wednesday morning gaming session tomorrow? Yes, I am planning on it, yes. I will have to take my daughter to daycare, but I'm still planning on getting in a session. Did you have something in mind that you would like to join in and prefer to play? Because I'm... Hey, we got more students! How did that happen? We still don't have enough. Obviously, a sort of default to generally whatever the person that's actually there wants to play, which is usually Pete playing Halo or something. But I'm open to playing other stuff as well. I'm just going to zone this all. I know I usually don't build them on the, like, directly on the highway, but I don't care. For this section, I don't care. The suburbs is probably fine. It's probably fine. My experience with decent public transit was actually pretty good in the larger city, and I do kind of miss it, even though the system is far from good. Yeah, I just don't like people, you know? I don't want to be around other people. I'd rather be in my own car, driving wherever I want, doing whatever I want. More versatility, especially if it's like not in a big city where you can actually have a little bit more freedom. Also, ground stability could be a factor, at least here. Remember, our ground is literally half water in general. Yeah, and you guys get sinkholes and stuff over there, don't you? Whereas I don't. There's probably been some sort of sinkholes over here at some stage, but it's definitely not very common. So that probably is a factor. Yeah, I mean, like I said, there's probably a number of factors, for sure. Pretty much filled this in now, which is good. Can way down the stream. Nothing jumps to mind, but checking as it's a public holiday for some. Okay, well, yeah, I'm definitely still doing the session. So, depending on like what people want to do, if you know who's available, who wants to jump in, I'm happy to play pretty much anything that's in the list. Age of Empires, Halo, GTA, Unreal Tournament, even like CSGO, I'm happy to play. It just depends what people want to do. If there's like a whole bunch of people that want to play one game or something, then it'll whoever gets there first will pick the original game. But like if a bunch of other people then join in at like 10 o'clock or something, or a little bit later, and want to play something else, then I'm happy to switch over and stuff. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be playing something. We probably do, but they are not common here. Sinkholes are more of a Florida thing. Yeah, no, I'm just talking about the states in general, not specifically where you are. Or really anywhere with caverns under and a lot of rain, so like Kentucky and Tennessee. Yeah, so we really don't like have them here in Australia at all, as far as I'm aware of. It's possible, I'm sure we have some somewhere at some point, but I've definitely heard of a number happening in the States just in general. So even just that happening in general in the vicinity, that would probably be like, yeah, let's not build underground much. Yeah, you're lucky in terms of disasters. Yeah. See, Mother Nature doesn't want to kill us as much. Oh wait, no, that's not. Oh no, somebody lost. Look at that. Look at that sad wave. That's not correct. The weather doesn't want to kill us as much. It changes around a lot. Like, we get 4 seasons in every single separate day, but it's not like too dramatic. It's just like different. But all the wildlife wants to kill us. So, swings and roundabouts. Alright, let's save it because I think, yeah, we're pretty much at the end of the stream. So, I'm going to read through chat. Adam, if you want to run a poll to see if you guys want to see the space launch now, or if you want to save it for another stream, if you could run that poll, that would be appreciated. Either we launch it right now at the end of this stream, or we save it for another stream. Those are the options. Do you have Half-Life 2 Deathmatch? I am pretty sure I do, though I don't know that it's installed. I'm sure, I'm almost 100% certain I have access to it. Let me just have a look, actually. Because we are sort of at the end of the stream anyway. I know it's in my library somewhere. Oh, it's installed. It's actually installed. Yeah, no, I've got it. I've got it. So yeah, that's an option if you want to play that. Literally just never happens aside from the occasional fire. Yep. Hear both the wildlife and the weather want to kill you? Oh yeah, but we have like literally almost every single thing that lives here wants to kill us. I know you guys have got like gators and stuff, but like everything here wants to kill you when it comes to wildlife. Spiders and bears are not a joke, especially bears. Yeah, no, definitely. We've got crocs. We've got some of the most deadly spiders in the world. Snakes, which are definitely no joke. They can get you without you even realizing they're there. Blue-ringed octopus, which can kill you with a single bite, when you, again, without even knowing that they're there. Jellyfish that can kill you. All sorts of stuff. It's fun. You just don't go, as a general rule, don't go near them and you're alright, but sometimes it's hard to avoid them. Fire wants to kill you in the east. Yep. Don't play around with bears. That's hungry. Yep. Don't play around with bears. Full stop. We have the spiders and the snakes. Yeah, the snakes are pretty bad. And the drop bears. Yeah, that's right. You guys have bears. We have drop bears, which are pretty bad. Even a black bear can mess you up. Any sort of bear. Any sort. We have gators, some pretty bad spiders, snakes, bears, and even things like moose, deer will mess you up. Yep. Some pretty bad stuff. Alright, the poll is almost done. What's it gonna be? Are we launching now, or are we launching later? Now. Alright, we're gonna launch now. Everyone ready for a SpaceX launch? Sorry, a ChirpX launch? That's not what I wanted to select. Here we go. Here it is. ChirpX launch site. We're gonna launch very soon. Do you just love to jump out in front of you while driving? Yeah, kangaroo will do that here. Kangaroo will F up your car too. Yeah. Yeah, they're like everywhere. They'll just jump out and just absolutely destroy your car. You literally have to have like a bull bar on to survive some of the roads around here. Alright, here we go. We're gonna launch. I don't know what this actually does. I haven't actually seen what it looks like. Send Elon Musk into space. Yeah, we're sending him in. We're going. Here in the States we have a rule for moose/deer. Don't hit him. Is that the rule? Alright, we're gonna launch. Everybody, can we get a countdown? Somebody in chat, give me a countdown. See if you guys can do do that game, right? You gotta do that game where you've got to count down, but you can only have, no, from 10, Pete. Don't skip. From 10, not from 3. No. You've got to count down, But if anyone picks the same number, you have to start again. So you've got to go, there we go, we've got Adam at 10, Crips at 9. Ooh, nobody wants to jump in on the 8. 5, nah, you ruined it. 7, no, where was the 8? You gotta start again, you got the wrong number. You gotta get the right number, and you can't have it clashing with anyone else. We go 10, 9, alright, we're getting there. If it's a deer, just hit it, probably fine. If it's a moose, you get that out of that thing's way. Yeah, those things are chunky. Claire, what are you doing? 10, 9, 6, 3. Okay, we have to start again. Pete, 10, okay. One day we'll get there. Thank you, Adam, for timing out, Claire. Maybe you'll be able to do it now. Also, the other thing you can't do is do 2 messages in a row. You can't be like 10, 9, 8 yourself. Alright, we're down to 7. So close! Hold on, I have to put this on the screen. Guys, you were so close. You were so close. We got to 6, and then we had a double tap. Alright, we're back at 10. We've got a 9. Come on, you guys can do it. I believe. I believe in you guys. Maybe I should just put in a number. Just really screw you guys over with the latency and stuff. Just ruin it entirely. We've got 9. 8. 7. Here we go. 6. 5. Well, we're gonna have to switch back at this rate. Who wants to do 4? Oh, we got a 4. 3. We're so close. We're so close. Can we get a 2? 2. Oh no, Crips! We were so close! Nah, Crips ruined it. There's 2 1s. You were there. You were literally there. You were at blast off. But we had a double 1. It counts. Alright, we're down to 7-6. Whoa, you guys are just going for it. Look at them go. The tag team here. Crips, don't ruin it. Look at that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Look at that. Here we go. We've got it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got them. We're going to space. Adam and Pete just sent it home straight away. Perfect unison. Alright, here we go. It's doing its own countdown. Here it goes. We're going to space. Oh, everybody's happy about that. See ya, Elon. Get out of here. He finally gets to leave. We don't have to see him anymore. Oh my goodness, it's hard to keep it centered properly. Whee! Whoa! There it goes. We did it. We sent Elon to space. Now we have to wait for a new one, I guess? Perfect. Save that. You guys did it. Everyone, round of applause. Can we get a round of applause? We're gonna remember Steve as well. Thank you. Everyone remember Elon Musk, who went to space. He made it. We finally made it. We finally got him there. Remember all of the people that have suffered to make this dream a reality. This is so sad. You did it, guys. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you guys. I'm playing Race for the Galaxy, so space is fitting. Perfect. We did it. All the salutes. Thank you for all the salutes. We sent him into space. We did it. Maybe we can send someone else into space next week. I'm glad that we kind of got over that bump though, because at the end there we were at like, I think we were almost at like 108 or something, or between 106 and 108, something like that. So we kind of got over that 102 hump. It feels like things are starting to progress again, which is good, because I was a little bit worried that we just plateaued and it was just going to stay there. But we've brute forced through it, so we're good. Also, Crips, thank you for the salute with the Minecraft Steve, which is the incorrect Steve, but it is still. We've got a Melvin and a Clarence as well. Good. Remembering everyone. Remember, it's not rigged. Remember that it's not rigged. That is a not rigged emote right there. Remember that it is certainly not rigged. Why did that not play? Man, I forget what it's called every time. It's probably just the wrong one.
It's not rigged. It's not rigged. It's not rigged.
It's 100% not.
It's not rigged.
I need to get around to adding the old lady that swallowed a fly thing tomorrow as well. I was thinking about well, I sort of vaguely looked into it today, but it's just going to be, it might be a little bit more difficult to add than I wanted it. I might just have to record my own voice line saying it, because I wouldn't have minded doing like a little song snippet. Problem is with song snippets is that they just clash over the top of what's already playing, and I hate that. It like just triggers me real hard. So I try to make it just sounds rather than music, or you know, make it like this where it's like a whole new scene. It cuts out the other music, it cuts in this music, and it's like a whole separate thing. So yeah, I'll just have to look into it. I think a sound recording is fine. Yeah, I think it'd be fine. I was just trying to see if I could get something that really, like, just slotted in there nicely. But considering it's something that, like, I'm constantly saying, especially in the Skyrim stream, I think it'll still be fine. Anyway, hope you guys had a fantastic stream. That was really fun. I'm really glad that we got past that little brick wall that we were hitting. We had some good chats. We sent Elom to space, which is great. Yeah, it was a great time. There was an Altmer who angered a dragon. He angered a giant to fight the dragon. Yeah, just like Skyrim version of it. Make a song out of it as well, like just a parody song. There was an old wood elf that startled a witch. He startled the witch to attack the dragon. He attacked the dragon to squash the giant. I don't know, something like that. We talked about the cesspool that is American and Australian cities. We did. We certainly did. Yeah. Anyone that's new, especially, I'll quickly run through the schedule as I do at the end of the stream. I'm a variety streamer. I do different things on different days. Today was our Tuesday stream, which was our City Skylines stream, / town building at the moment. We're solid on City Skylines, but I know that in a couple streams we'll be done with that for now. Tomorrow is our Wednesday session where we do... Excuse me. Currently we're doing Dead Space 3 with Legion Gaming. Through Halloween, we're doing like the spooky game, I guess. However, the week after, I won't be doing anything because I will be having my wisdom teeth out. Next week is when I have my wisdom teeth out, which I'm not looking forward to. And I'll be out for probably at least a week, and then I should be back after that. But yeah, that's what Wednesday is. Thursday, we're doing Cyberpunk. Last week was amazing. We just rooty tooty McShooty in the booty with the shotgun all over the place. After we decided to switch to shotguns, it was so much more satisfying, so much fun. I'm gonna keep playing that, and it wasn't just all dialogue, which was great. It was like 90% just shoot people in the face. Amazing fun. Then of course Friday we have another co-stream, our regular co-stream that we do with Air Nukes. We're currently playing It Takes Two, but this one won't be It Takes Two. This will be this will be Back for Blood. This will be our Halloween edition of the Aaron and Isaac stream. So keep that in mind. This week on the Friday, the co-stream with Aaron will be the Back for Blood stream. The week after there won't be one because my teeth sore. And then the week after that, we'll be back on It Takes Two. And then, of course, nothing over the weekend as usual. We'll be back on Monday with some more Skyrim, which, as I mentioned earlier in the stream, we are thinking about doing an old switcheroo with the Tuesday and the Monday, so that Skyrim starts happening on the Tuesday, and City Skylines, although it won't be City Skylines by that point, will be happening on the Monday. The switch will take place after we finish our City Skylines playthrough. Then we'll switch them around. I gotta go to the state capital on Thursday, so that's a day I'm dreading. Ooh, capitals, I hate capitals. They're so busy. Ugh. There was an old alderman who stole a sweet roll. He angered the guard because of the sweet roll. He angered a bear to fight the guard. He angered a saber cat to fight the bear. He angered a giant to fight the saber cat. He angered a dragon to fight the giant, but I don't know why he stole the sweet roll. I think he'll die. That sounds like our boy Clarence. Is that what a wood elf's called in Altmer? I don't remember. 27th, not the 20th. Oh, as in you're going away on the 27th. I was like, what? Yeah, that'll be our that'll be when I'm away. So, yeah. Isn't he a high elf? I thought he was a wood elf. I usually play a wood elf. Maybe I played a high elf. I don't know. Maybe I selected a high elf for some reason. There's probably a reason for it. I'll have to check it at some point. Anyway, we're going to end the stream. We're really going to end the stream. So we're going to do a raid. We've got 3 options. Bloody Drongo is playing Sphere Flying Cities, which I've never heard of before, but that sounds interesting. We've got Agent Frowny playing Splatoon 3, who we haven't really raided before. I don't know if he'll still be going much longer. He raided us one time a while ago. And then we've got Friendly Ed playing Grounded. What do people want to watch? Pretty sure Oblivion Clarence was a high elf. Well, if Oblivion Clarence was a high elf, I'm pretty sure I would have made Skyrim Clarence a high elf as well. I don't know. I don't remember these things. Yeah, I'm going to the capital on the 27th because I got something off with something. Something off with something, and they don't have any specialists nearby. Oh, okay. That sucks. Well, hopefully it's hopefully it all gets sorted and it's not too bad. Do we have a preference? Drongo, Frowny, or Ed? Sphere Flying Cities, don't know what that is. Splatoon 3 or Grounded are the corresponding games that they're playing. Ooh, you know what? I am making an executive decision Drongo, because Drongo is wonderful. And it's another city building game, which we were just playing city building. And it looks kind of interesting at the brief look at the thumbnail that I've got. So I think it makes sense if we raid into that. So let's set up a raid for that. I've never heard of this game before. Oh, interesting. Interesting. I wonder if it must be like fairly recent, I guess. Alright, everyone get into the raid. Make sure you're all raided up. Get those sweet raid points so that you can free Marvin from the basement or spin the wheel, if indeed that's your prerogative. You know, stuff like that. And I will, yeah, catch you guys another time. Alright, well, I think that's everyone that we're going to get. So, tomorrow will be the co-stream with Lee, as I mentioned before. So please be prepared for that. Also, gaming in the morning for anyone that's in the Discord and is interested. And then next week, more City Skylines until we finish the City Skylines thing. Will it send me? I don't know. Are you part of the raid? I don't know how the raids work anymore. They don't work the same as they used to. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. See ya!